Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today, the S&P 500 is down nearly 0.5%. Now, that's a problem for some people, but I got 99 problems. Underperformance A1. I'm joking. Of course, thankfully, today, one of the companies that is now building up to be a bigger position in the portfolio, High Tide stock ticker HITI, is helping my performance, and I'm nearly flat. I've been kind of up on the day. So, good times, good times. High Tide, though, regardless, is up 5% today. Regarding, once again, there was, I think, a re-rating from an analyst in a Seeking Alpha article, and we're up past $3.30, per share. Now, obviously, like the mastermind investor I am, by the course, of course, um, we interviewed Raj like right here last week, and stock's up already like 40%. You're all welcome for that. But High Tide is seriously one of the most interesting companies in the portfolio. It's one of the only small caps that I do own, and it was probably the first stock that got me into small cap investing in the first place. So today I'm just going to be talking about like what's going on with the company recently, where theoretically, if this momentum continued, where I would consider maybe taking, getting some exit liquidity, consider selling out. Now, this is of course every position that I've been buying is, for the long term. But if I do see a rapid acceleration in the stock price that is not matching up with the fundamentals, I'm not afraid to take some profits and just index it. And that's kind of like the goal for the entire portfolio at the end of the day. But today we're going to be going over some stuff with High Tide fundamentals, just what's been going on with the company recently. So Trump a few weeks ago, he does this thing where like he'll just bounce from subject to subject if there's something bad like in the press, and that's why we all love him at the end of the day. So he was talking about cannabis, and usually he's like, I don't like cannabis, it's bad, it smells bad and we don't want it. But now he's kind of switched his tone because that's obviously you're going to get some supporters if you're pro cannabis, and I think we're going to reschedule. So he's been doing that, and that obviously sent the stock into a pump a little bit, which is ironic because High Tide isn't even in the United States, and like uh, it's kind of far in the distance from where they probably are going to be going in the next few years. Canada and Germany are the two big kind of countries they're in right now. And the CEO, once again, I got to interview him, and like he's repeatedly said, like, no rush to get in the United States if it's not accretive to the business. If it doesn't add to the business, we're not going to do it. So that's just something you'd like to see out of management. Recently, though, they've updated their Q3 for 2025 guidance, and just really strong fundamental growth here with them. This quarter guidance showcases the strength and momentum of High Tide like never before. We expect to deliver record revenue and powerful sequential adjusted EBITDA growth. These results have been fueled by a projected 7.4% increase in same-store sales during the quarter, which is our fastest growth rate in 2 years. Once again, Raj said that, and then of course they anticipate releasing full financial operations at the end of July 31st. So be ready for that. And once again, just good. They basically upped all their financial estimates. So positive momentum that you'd want to see ideally out of a company like this. You could have, oh man, could have, would have, should have with this stock. If you like during Liberation Day sell off, you could have got this like $1.80, and you'd be up like, I'll do the estimates right now, but you'd be up a ridiculous amount. You got at the bottom like at $1.70, you would already have like a 1x 93% return. So like, that's insane. But you know, I chose to go into Amazon instead. So my loss, I guess. We'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit of a financial dig into a High Tide of why everybody loves it so much. It's first of all very cheap relative to where they could be. They recently entered the big growth with High Tide. They're already going really fast in Canada, but Germany was a giant thing. There were like a lot of people that were expecting like 2, 3, 4, 5x returns with this stock. They're really expecting that with Germany and other countries' growth. Germany's GDP, just in retrospect to Canada, is like 2 times. So even if like right now they don't have recreational weed use in Germany, even if they somehow put it into words, even if they got like half of what they could do in Germany, it would make just a drastic impact to the stock price. So that's something you want to see. This is in Canadian dollars, so just keep that in mind. They're currently at like $3.30 a share. US dollars, but Canada it's $4.58. So keep that in mind. Gross margin of 25.8%. They have solid margin all the way around. They do have a little bit of debt, but that's more of a strategic kind of business thing they've been doing as of lately. They have taken out some debt to fund business growth. Pretty normal for any business in the stage where high tide's at with like growing their fundamentals right now. High tide's also been growing extremely fast. They have a 3-year revenue CAGR of 29.2% and a 5-year revenue CAGR of 59%. In like 2020 and 2021, they were growing like 100% year over year, and it was just insane. But that was, it just stages of the business. We actually got to ask him a little bit about that. Blake asked him on the show. Once again, I'll leave it link in the description. If we do, get in Germany, United States, could we expect seeing revenue growth like that? He's like, probably not. I wouldn't get your hopes up for that. The nice thing about also a high tide is that they are positive when it comes to the free cash flow department, which I know all you are really gassed about. I'm using finchat/fiscal.ai. Use our link in the description. It supports the live show Cash Flow Kings. They were negative in free cash flow like a quarter ago, but that was strategically planned. So I really wouldn't get like that too worried over it. But a lot of people harping on us for, just mentioning that fact. So just don't attack me. But yeah, they have been growing free cash flow for the last couple of years. Very positive thing to see. I'll pull up the quarterly free cash flow if I can. Yeah, it was negative last quarter, but that's just business wise. A lot of people were like really worried about that, but a lot of people also don't like to go through a company's financials and dig to the reason of why the free cash flow is down. So also that quarter is typically lower demand wise because it's winter. In winter in Canada, not as many people are going out and buying the za. There's a snowstorm every like 2 days, and it's I'm joking, of course. But yeah, that's also going to be a nice little thing with Germany is you may not see those weaker quarters that may kind of offset that you see in Canada right now. Annually on their free cash flow, they currently have a 21.2% compound annual growth rate. Very positive to see. And again, you should expect in the forward that's only going to go up. Just how many stores they're building. Free cash flow is a very important metric valued by the CEO, Raj Grover. He's mentioned it like repeatedly if you listen to quarterly earnings. Very important to them at High Tide. Also, another big thing with High Tide is the elite membership growth. That is, if I can make a comparison to Costco here, it's a very common comparison, but like Costco has their membership that you can buy for like what, $60, just lets you go into the store. High Tide basically has that, but it's called elite membership growth, or it's like the Canna Cabana Elite Club. As of the last quarter, High Tide has over 2 million Cabana Club members. I think there's a free tier, so just keep that in mind. And over 104,000 elite members nationwide. The elite members are the paying members, if my memory serves correct. Once again, those are like the most loyal, reoccurring customers. That's just what you want in a business. These are people who are going to support your business through and through. So positive things you want to see, and that's obviously going to result in quality growth, and that's what you want to have. They also have over 300 Canna Cabana locations. It's one of their staple brands. They also have Queen of Bud, which they got for like ridiculously cheap. So just positive things you want to see with this business. Elite membership growth is one of the most important KPIs to kind of look at here. So overall, High Tide is one of the most interesting businesses that I own. I'm definitely, when you would have asked me like a few years ago if you'd ever invest into a cannabis company, I would say absolutely not. But I've definitely changed an investor over the last couple of years. High Tide, once again, very important to keep in mind. It is specifically a retailer. They do not grow any of the za. Um, It's a long-term hold. Small caps, it's with small caps, all of them, especially High Tide, there's a lot of momentum involved. You gotta have, like, a good stomach and just have a long-term perspective on the company. Right now, it's very easy to say, "Hey, it's a great investment because it's up," but, like, it's if you go back even a month, it was not the most fun company to hold, when it's just kinda trailing the market and even going down sometimes, so, just keep that in mind. You gotta have a long-term perspective. Um if the stock ever got to like if it keeps going up to like 450 to $5, maybe I'll consider taking some profit. I just have to see where my allocation's at. Like if it surpasses 10% of my portfolio, then maybe I'll take some profits. Once again, there's a lot of momentum and there's nothing stopping it from going back to like 250 a share for another few years. Um, but yeah, long-term thesis. I also do want to give credit where credit is due with this company. It was originally pitched to me by Blake Downer. Blake is like he's the leader of the High Tide cult, we say. We've had him on the show, Cashflow Kings, multiple times, just talking about high tide, and we plan to do it in the future. He joined us for the interview. It was a blast. So thank you for him to pitching this idea and letting me kind of work off of it and just giving me the idea to do research with. If you appreciate this kind of content, let me know. If you want me to talk about more small caps like this, just leave a comment of what you'd like me to see. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe, check out the Cashflow Kings, and of course, do dividend stocks, not drugs. Have a good one.